Hi, Sagittarius. This is Jess with your April 2017 council. I hope that you guys are having an enjoyable day. Um, so I do see like what is going on, Sagittarius. Some of you have recently gotten a new job. It looks like that's going to be at a distance. So some of you are going to be moving because of a new opportunity that's come your way. You didn't think probably some of you probably didn't think you were going to get it, and then you get this call one day, or you get word that yeah, you got it, and it's a good opportunity for some of you. However, it looks like the company still has to work out some kinks. Okay, they still have to maneuver some people, existing people there. So there may be some conflict about what you're going to be doing, when you're going to be starting. There's also some blockages I'm saying happening for you guys. As far as this move or being able to move on from a situation, there's been some blockages. Okay. So you may need to make a sacrifice. Okay. And it's been very hard for you to kind of, I feel like for some of you, get your wits about yourself to make a clear cut decision of what you need to do. So some of you may be feeling like you're in limbo, like I can't move forward, but it looks like you have other options. You have other things that you could do, but you need to either make a sacrifice or gain a different perspective on where you're going. So, example, you have this new job. However, it could be some delays, or it may be some, again, kinks or some things that they need to work out. So you may not be clear on when you're going to work there, or when you're going to leave, when you're going to move on. And no matter how much questions you ask and how much you try to find the answers from them, you keep getting met with a block. Like, no go, nobody's gonna, fork up this information. And it's up to you if you want to stay with this job, or you want to wait for it to become available for you. Then there's going to be a level of patience that you're going to have to take, and take back control over stressing yourself out about trying to find everything out, and just kind of let it go. Okay, because you need to kind of release whatever is not coming to you, like whatever information you're trying to get in is not coming to you. Release that, let it go. Okay, that's how you gain your control back. Okay, and I feel like eventually it's gonna be fine. Okay, you're going to get what it is that you're seeking, and for those of you that relates to. I do see, however, blockages at the workplace. Probably some blockages as far as, like, again, finding work, being part of that competitive circle, because I do see if some of you have put your hat out there with your resumes, it may be a bit competitive. And although you definitely kind of seem to be a diamond in the rough, the company may only have their eyes set on a particular type of person, that you may not fit that realm. And so you may feel like, okay, I'm never going to get something. But if you just release it, let it go, okay, let it happen, as they say, then, it'll come when it needs to come. Okay, it'll be fine. Now, I do see that some of you have been trying to get down to the bottom of a situation. Some of you have been, I feel like, again, trying to find out what's going on at this workplace, trying to figure out when do you start work, that sort of thing. And there's been some worries and some concerns around a particular situation, okay, at the workplace, okay. There can be some investigations of you and a particular person at the workplace, I do see. Now, if that is the case, I do see that you're worrying a lot about what this person is going to reveal to them, or you're worrying about what someone else is going to say about you, what someone else is going to do, okay. But I feel like things are going to work out. It's just whatever comes out of it, and it has to, like, let's say you have this job and there's something going on where there's some investigation going on. Either you're trying to find something out, you're trying to clear your name, but there's some worry around around this, okay? And it can involve you and another person. This other person kind of, I feel like they're kind of like a couple of steps ahead of you, okay? They're not so much worried about the situation, but I feel like a lot of you guys are focusing on the wrong thing. Like your energy should be focusing toward what you're going to do and what you're prepared to let go of if in fact you have to let go of something, okay? So let go of any drama at the workplace. Let go of a scandal that could possibly be there. Let go of something that someone said about you. I feel like it's kind of petty and you kind of have to let it go. Okay, because really, if you don't, it'll be you in the end. It's almost like exerting unnecessary energy, putting your focus in places that really isn't going to yield you the results that you're looking for. Okay. Also, I do see that some of you could be trying to apply for things. So I would say April is not necessarily the month to apply to things. You may find that it's on hold, it's being dragged out. This is going to be a on hold and dragged out month for a lot of you guys. And it's going to be very frustrating for you. If you're applying for something, if you're trying to get a home, some of you are trying to get a loan, whatever you're trying to do, there may be some frustrations around it and some anxiety with it. Okay. Some of you could be going to court. I see there could be some court procedures that you're going through and you're feeling like everything is in limbo. You can't get a court date. The judge may be favoring somebody else, you feel like, and you're just worried that this person that maybe you're in court with is going to have is going to come out on top. Okay. Now, external for you guys, those of you that are looking for work, I do see that the companies out there they're looking for people, okay? But they want someone that really has their eye on the ball. The people that are the most sharp, that are the most prepared, that are the most confident, driven, they're going to be the ones that are sought after, okay? Because I do see like, even if you're out there looking for work, you put your resume out, you may find that companies are looking for a specific kind of person with a specific kind of, skill set, with a specific kind of aim. Like, it may be a new position that they're creating, but they want a specific person to carry out these, duties. So it's a very, it may be a very, that sort of thing, that type of energy. And some of you could be worried that, am I going to, find something, that sort of thing. And this may be the month that it doesn't happen for some of you, because you may find that, companies are interested at first. Okay. And they're telling you exactly what they're looking for. And they're probably wanting you to have a little bit of everything. And then they do the sit back and wait of like, well, we'll see. We'll call you, that type of thing. Okay. So that too can create a level of frustration and conflict within self and even possibly other people around you because of your frustration. I almost see like a hamster wheel for some of you guys, are just spinning your wheels. So it's like you have to, and I know I said last month, stop it. So it looks like some of you haven't stopped it. Although you want to mentally, you keep saying that, you want peace or you want to get away from a situation and you want something real, but then you're not really doing what you need to do, which is release something in order, or let go of something in order for it to come to you. Okay. Now, once we hit mid-April, everything is going to pick up. Things are going to get really fast. And you may have to take a trip out of the blue. Okay. Someone may ask you to take a trip. Let's go on vacation, that sort of thing. The jobs that you've been waiting for. And that depends on, again, your energy and where you are here in this month. So your story here may have started back in March, may have started, early March. And now mid-April, yes, this job is now available. Others of you, it could be sometime in May. So it just depends on where you are. But I do see like you're going to start to hear back quickly. Like at that one point where maybe 4 days you don't hear anything, or a full month you don't hear anything, and then boom, everything just starts to come. Now, if you've been waiting 4 weeks, okay, I haven't heard anything, nothing. The 5th week, by the 6th week, you should be hearing something. Okay. Or days. If it's 4 days, it should be 6 days, or the 8th day, you'll start to hear things. But you're going to see a pickup and move momentum by mid-April. And out of the blue, it's going to really cause for a lot of you to spring into action. Some of you are going to have to be making multiple trips to go on job interviews. Your work life is going to pick up very heavy. You may feel like there's some frustration at the workplace because, again, you're trying to get things done. And I just see, again, blockages. But then mid-April is going to be, it's going to open back up again. Okay. And it's going to be like a swarm, like boom. And everything is kind of hitting you. But you're going to have your wits about yourself. So I do feel like, coming into this month, there's still that residual energy I feel from the past 9 weeks that you guys have been on, of just like stressing yourself out, overthinking things, over questioning things, just doing too much. I feel like there's going to be some things coming out of the blue that's going to make you have to spring into action and put your focus in a kind of go, accomplish, and focus energy. Okay. And it's going to make you happy. So by mid-April, your energy is going to shift and you're going to feel really happy. If you were having any fallout and conflicts with somebody at the workplace, and some of you were feeling like this person is trying to do me wrong, or this person is trying to, get one up on me, that sort of thing, it may be because the person is very smart. The person is very intelligent and can be very sly. Okay. But I feel that you may realize that the person wasn't necessarily trying to do anything wrong for some of you. Okay. Now, at the end of the month of April, I see that there's going to be, so in the middle of April into the end of April, the energy is going to be really good. I feel like some of you are going to be going on trips, and there's going to be a lot of movements, a lot of, maybe short trips here, short trips there. Some of you are going to be, somebody might be coming back to your area out of the blue, and you'll have like this encounter, and it's going to make you really happy. Okay. Some of you can meet someone out of the blue, and it can be like, you're on the internet, social media, that sort of thing. And it's like out of the blue, you meet someone, and it's like you take off, and the relationship kind of takes off, and it's as if you've known this person all your life, or it will be someone that's familiar to you that kind of comes back out of nowhere. So someone comes to your social media, that sort of thing. You meet them, one day, or out of the blue, you see the person, that sort of thing. And they may say, hey, I just, moved back home, or I just moved here, that sort of thing. Excuse me. So I do see a really good energy carrying through to the end of the month. And some of you may be moving. Okay. Some of you may be moving into a new home. However, if you're moving into a new home, I do see, because some of you may be out of the blue, like you have to leave a house. Okay. And then it's forcing you to have to kind of like move someplace that you used to be. Okay. So you may have to move back home. Okay. And it may be exactly what you wanted to do, like move back to the area where you have your family, your friends, that sort of thing. So it's going to be really good for some of you that it's saying, hey, yeah, my contract is up, or my lease is up, and yeah, I do have to move, and I will be moving back home to a familiar place. Then I have my friends, and this has been a trying decision for me. I've been researching like crazy, trying to get to trying to make my plans as effective as possible. I do see that you're going to like it on this move, but there's going to be something that will happen toward the latter part of the month that is going to change a dynamic in your life. For some of you, there's going to be a change to something that creates a fallout. Okay. So it may be a change to your work schedule. It could be a change with a particular person at work, and then there's a fallout. I do see like a calm and then a storm. Okay. And then kind of like trying to stabilize yourself again, however, feeling a bit battle weary, if you will. I know I don't have the nine of wands here, but feeling a little bit battle weary with the situation. Okay. Um, so going back to this place, you may be leaving your home, but then you may find that, hey, I have to fight them because I'm incurring ridiculous costs. They're trying to tack on all these fees to my apartment or my home or whatever. So there's going to be some type of battle, like you're trying to end something or something is ending, but there's going to be a battle based upon that end. Okay. And I feel like a lot of you guys will come out victorious. And if you're dealing with another fire sign, it could be them, coming out victorious. But I feel all in all, it will come full circle for you guys. Okay. It will come full circle. It's just, you may feel a little destabilized. So I would say be very, conservative with your money this month. Okay. Just when you feel like you're on a high, and just like I said, the same thing to Leo, just when you feel like you're on a high, something out of the blue can come in and kind of like change the game for you. But for them, it was very clear that it would be a financial thing. For you guys, I feel like it's going to be in relation to another person or others. Okay. And you may have a fallout with a family member or a friend, and it may really take you guys off your course as friends or siblings or mother, daughter, son, mother, that sort of things, father, son, or even mates. But I'll get into that in a minute. And you're going to still have to move on with your life, in leaving this situation behind. If it is that house thing, then, fighting the good fight and moving on still, you may have to pay out something and feel like, I can't believe this, but I feel like you'll stabilize yourself and you'll still move on. Okay. So that's the biggest hiccup that I see for this month for you guys. Just, you need to let go of something that you've been kind of like, that's past this spot, that is past this for sell by date. It's expired. You need to let it go. You need to leave it alone. Stop trying to ask all these questions. Stop trying to dig for more information. It's only making you more stressed out. Excuse me. And so let's get into love. Now, I see that some of you could have moved to someone or started a relationship with somebody that you felt like, okay, this thing was going somewhere, and you really are wanting to kind of like, or you may hear that the person is kind of going to take a trip somewhere. And some of you may be planning to take a trip, okay, to try to get to a better place, and try to get away from the drama in your relationship. I feel that it looks like for some of you, now this is for some of you, it could have been another person involved in this relationship. Okay. And you have not been able to get over that deceit. Okay. And I feel like you need to let the situation go. Okay. Because if a person is doing something that you feel like, okay, you're doing something, you're reaching out to somebody or, whatever, they're not going to tell you. This person is not going to tell you anything. This person is not going to say, okay, you're right, I am being less than honest. Yes, I am being deceitful. Like, you're literally going to have to you're literally going to have to catch them in the act before they would admit it. And I feel that all of the questioning and all of the stressing that you're doing with yourself, because you're stressing yourself out, is not even affecting that person. It's not affecting them. Okay. And it's kind of delaying the progress of this relationship. So I would say definitely, for those of you that can relate to this, if you're saying yes, Jess, because I know, like I said, last month I said, stop it already. And like I said, saying it again, looks like you guys kind of are continuing it in the month of April. And I feel like you guys are worried that your mate is probably, Casanova-ing someone else. Okay. And no matter what you ask and how you ask, it's like you can't get through to the person. Okay. And you're coming off very like neurotic and over controlling. Okay, stifling even to an extent. So just be very careful with that. You can't control what somebody is going to do. If someone's going to cheat, they're going to cheat. If someone is someone that they're a Casanova or a woman that loves to flirt, that's what they're going to do. You kind of can't control it. You just have to make a choice for yourself. Will you stay or will you go? It's really that simple. Okay. So your mate. Now, some of you, your mate has, I'm seeing more like for some of you, your mate could have a new found interest. Like they could be starting a new business, starting school, something that is going to kind of build their life. And they're very smart. Your mate, they're very smart, they're very intelligent. They have been working whatever this idea that they've come up with, they're working it, and they may find themselves taking a break. Okay, it could be because they're overworking themselves. They may find that they have to take a bed rest for 4 hours or 4 days. You may be like you don't hear from the person or they're distant for a little while because again, all they're focusing on is whatever this new thing that is interesting them, excuse me. Now I do see that some of you are going through a divorce. It's pretty nasty, this divorce. You may feel like again that the court dates keep dragging out and they don't ever want to come to reaching an amicable decision. And you may feel like the judge is favoring your spouse over you. And you're really stressed out because you're trying to get down to the bottom of the situation. Like, where do I stand? And how much longer of this do I have to go? And it may involve money that you have to put out or money that you're seeking. And you've been really stressing about the situation. There could be somebody in your life trying to console you, but really you can't even think straight because you just really want this divorce to be over is what I'm kind of getting here. And your mate is very clever. He wants the money. So, for my ladies, he could be, suing you for money or child support, or men, you could be facing a mate that is doing that for you. And they're going to hold up the court. They're going to do whatever they can to kind of, and I see pettiness, like be petty, and because they're very, they're not someone that you can trust. They're someone that will, balls to the wall, do whatever it takes to get what they want or to get back at you. So, for some of you that's going through a divorce, it's getting pretty nasty. But never you mind, because for some of you that are going through that, I do see that there's going to be a fast break, like out of nowhere. And it may take, for some of you, it'd be mid-month. Others of you would be like May or June. But out of nowhere, it's going to just start moving and going and bam and bam. And you're going to be pleased with the outcome. Now, it's not to say that you're not going to have to pay out something. If you're the breadwinner, you may have to pay out a little bit of something. Okay. And it may set you back a little bit for some of you, but you'll be able to reestablish yourself. Okay. And finally be done with that situation. Okay. Now, others of you, going back to just, a regular relationship, I feel like your mate is going to be kind of distant. The mate might be taking a little break. You and the mate might be taking a little bit of a break. The mate may be trying to figure out where they want this relationship to go. What do they really want out of this? That sort of thing. I do feel like, however, by mid-month, there may be like this surprise trip. Let's go on a trip. Let's go here. Let's go there. But if you're having some problematic situations in your relationship, I feel that there's going to be this surge of like good energy happening by mid-April. And that's going to go throughout the rest of the month. Okay. For you guys, I feel like there's, again, going to be a surprise trip. Let's go here. It may be someplace you always wanted to go, or you may be going someplace where you're seeing family and friends, that sort of thing. And again, like I said, meeting people, you may meet someone. in this break, if you guys are taking a break, then you're going to be stressing yourself out. And then you may, randomly meet someone or go back home, or someone comes to where you are, that sort of thing, and meet someone. Okay. You're fearing that your mate is dealing with somebody else, that they're, trying to see somebody else, trying to see you, trying to, keep in contact with another person. And I feel like I'm not really sensing a threesome here. And if I did, believe me, I would tell you. But I'm sensing that your mate may. I'm definitely sensing that your mate have their money. They have their money on their mind. Okay, not you guys is going through a divorce. You guys are still in this relationship that's paranoid, or really feeling like this person is doing something. Okay. And I do feel like because they've deceived you in the past, there's been some infidelity in the past. You guys haven't been able to get over it. And now you have all these blockages and kind of growing your relationship because you're constantly dwelling on that situation with that person. And I'm not saying this person is perfect, and I'm definitely not saying that they're a victim, because they look like someone that could do quite the number to a person, But again, you have free will to stay in something or to kind of bow out and go your own way. Now, there may be some things that they're not telling you, definitely, and it could be very much so. I feel if they have this energy where they kind of want to like get away and do things and go here, but I don't see your mate, and this is for my Sag ladies, I don't see your mate engaging with another person. Okay. Now, for some of you, that will be the case. If your mate up and leave out of the blue, talking about they have to go here, there may be a connection, but I'm sensing like 98%. I'm sensing this is going to be more your energy, that you guys are going to feel very happy because there's going to be this out of the blue, let's go here, or out of the blue something happening that's going to make you feel really excited. And so there may be other people again in their environment. There may be somebody that they thought of from their past or whatever, but I don't necessarily see them engaging. Like they're focused on whatever this thing that they're working on for most of you. And now others of you that may be dealing with someone that's cheating, they may have looked at this situation as like this is a real interest, but their energy is very temporary, if that makes any sense. Okay. And so I don't see them necessarily fully committing, not to say that, well, it's okay because it was just an in and out situation. No. But I get more strongly that this is like a person trying to manifest their own goals and aspirations in life, something that they really want to do. They're trying to manifest that. And then maybe perhaps taking a break to really trying to evaluate, where this relationship is going, that sort of thing. And then maybe suggesting, let's go away, let's do something. At the end of the month, I see, again, this good energy is going to permeate into the end of the month. So your relationship is going to really start to take on a better form once you kind of like let the situation go, maybe after this little break that y'all take. And then you kind of go away. It's going to kind of like stabilize the home, make you guys feel like things are back on track for a little while. And then there's going to be something that ends, a change in something, which is going to create an argument. Okay. And so you have to be mindful of your mate. Okay. Because it could be like if you're feeling strongly and you're saying, you know what, Jess, I hear what you're saying, but no, there's cheating going on now. This is not the past. This is now. Then your mate may be creating something like, changing his schedule, or, something is going to make a change. Okay. In order for there to be this kind of like break. Okay. And then the person's going to say, well, I'm taking a trip or I'm going here, that sort of thing. Okay. And if that is the case, he'll be back. You may, he'll be back. Okay. He may be feeling like, I can't kind of like commit to this situation because the situation may be helpless, but he'll be back. Okay. And then trying to reestablish once again your union. Okay. Between the two of you. But for some of you, that break may create, that time alone may really create this having to sift through the reality of what the situation is. And if the person comes back, you may find that, hey, I'm not going to accept you. Okay. And I'm moving on is what I'm saying. Now, for those of you that are in healthy relationships and you're saying, I don't have all these problems. Why every time it always has to be deceit and cheating and all this stuff? For those of you, I see that you or your mate could be having some issues with, again, trying to travel, trying to get someplace, trying to go somewhere, and you're just not able to do that. Okay. And there's just going to be some delays until mid-April. And then you guys, I'm sorry, for some of you, yeah, mid-April. Others of you, mid-April. I thought I said mid-May. But I see that things are going to start to open up for you guys by mid-April. And you're going to kind of like have some enjoyable time as a couple, and get out and do things and enjoy yourself is what I'm kind of seeing here. Okay. I do see that some of you, again, if you were trying to apply for a home together, start a business together, it may just seems like there's one obstacle after another, but then things will open up and things will start to be okay. There may be a change in someone's work schedule. Some type of life situation may change, and there may be, some conflict around that. It could be that your mate may change jobs because, it's in the betterment of your mate to move on, or they will let go, and it was based upon some conflict, that sort of thing. And you guys, albeit you'll be okay, or you'll be okay, there may be a sense of feeling a little bit of financial lack until you're able to kind of like move on. Okay. Or there can be some like you feel like you got a house, but then the house fell through. Okay. Now you have to keep looking. Okay. But then something does come in. So I get like there's definitely going to be something that is unknown around an end to a situation. Okay. And I would say definitely, again, be conservative with your money this month. I don't see a lot of Pentacle cards here anyway for you guys, except one. And that card is a caution to be careful with your money. Okay. Be conservative, because at any time it could put you in this place of feeling like you don't have enough. And I would say definitely just mentally get clear. Like you are your own advocate. You are your own, like you're your own person. It's all up to you to decide what you're going to accept and what you're not going to accept. Okay. And I feel like it continues to echo that there may be some type of fallout between you and your mate, and then taking a reprieve. So if you don't live together, you may find like, oh, I haven't heard from him in 4 days or a month. If you live together, you may find like, all of a sudden he has some place that he has to go. You know what I mean? That type of thing. Like he has to someplace that he has to go, and that may create the problem too. Okay. Otherwise, for healthy relationships, it could be something involving the home. It could be something involving the workplace that I do see some changes and possibly some endings. You may feel a little destabilized in the month of May. And again, May may be the month that you may want to be a little conservative because it may be a low point for some of you. I believe Mercury is retrograding either this month or next month. And I think it's going to be in Taurus. So yeah, that's usually the earning sign, the second house. So yeah, just be a little bit more conservative and prepare yourself for whatever rainy day that could be coming up upon you. Otherwise, I think this is it. This closes out your reading. Now, if any of you would like to share how this reading relates to you, please leave it in the comment section below. We would love to hear from you. And, guys, it's been so long that I don't do the readings as often. I forgot my ending of what I used to always say. I keep trying to remember it. It's not coming to me. All I know is that I always say, I'll be back, with another one. So I guess I'll end with that. Take care, Sagittarius, because I will be back with another one.